Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is a very important topic, for me at least. I have to say, over the past 6 weeks, I have not been enjoying The Mandalorian too much. And I believe that is due to the inconsistency with the show. And I think there is no better way to show that than with the brand new episode, Guns for Hire. But before we jump into it, if you would leave a like on this video, I'd appreciate it. Now, let's get into it.
Mandalorians. I hope you like secretions.
Alright, so the first big inconsistency that I want to cover are the effects. I mean, last week we got this.
Too bad. I really thought Navarro was gonna make it.
And for this to Coruscant, request permission to intercede.
And now this week, we got something like this. You can clearly see how the budget is very uneven throughout all the episodes. This is even more clear when we look at episode 4 and we got that big chase scene with the Mandalorians. And then we got a flashback to Order 66 which looked like this.
They hit the engine. This is gonna get a little rough.
It is very clear how the Mandalorian team has clearly fallen into the hole of, oh well, we can do more CGI effects now that our budget is bigger. However, this really is an issue, as you can tell that the less practical things they do and the more visual effects they of course have to prioritize certain things. Hans Zeb looks so good and the chase scene looks like whatever. Because if they were to do, for example, some things practical, like for example, they made those Cad Bane prosthetics in the Book of Boba Fett, that looked very good in my opinion, and was a very good prosthetic. And because they made a prosthetic, it was of course cheaper than making Cad Bane a CGI creature, hence they could use their effects on things such as the N1 Starfighter in that show, or Luke Skywalker of course. Secondly, we have to address the comedy. Now, The Mandalorian is no stranger to comedy of course. We got amazing scenes like this in seasons past. However, unfortunately this season, you can clearly tell that the writers focus more on the comedy than trying to be more serious. And this would be fine, as of course Star Wars is usually very comedic, but the issue is that brings me to my next point, which is inconsistency in the dramatic scenes. For example, in the brand new episode, we got this monologue.
If I trigger this failsafe, it will convert the planet's docile workforce back into battle droids.
There's no way out, Commissioner.
I never give up. I didn't give up to the corrupt Republic. I didn't give up to the Empire. And I won't give up to you. Count Dooku was a visionary.
Now that was a very strong piece of dialogue. But let me show you how this scene ends exactly.
He was cut short in his prime by the Jedi enforcers.
Now, the last thing that I wanted to mention is the narrative. The Mandalorian doesn't really seem to have a main plotline anymore. In the first 2 seasons, it was about finding the Jedi and also helping to save Navarro, but in this season, it's been all over the place. First, we have Din wanting to redeem himself, and then we have Din wanting to retake Mandalore. And that is a fine story, except the issue is that we keep going away from the main story to these pointless side adventures. And we usually have only 2 minutes of the development of the actual plot in each episode, which is awful, as you can really tell that the writers have really no idea how to explore this plot, so they have these constant side adventures just to pad out the runtime of the episodes to get the characters where they want them to be only at the very end of the season. And I can't really judge the entire season right now, as unfortunately it's not out, as we have still 2 more episodes, but I really doubt that the final 2 episodes will make a change in my opinion, as I personally believe that the show has become lackluster. But as always, that is only my opinion. But as of now, it's clear that they're doing a similar mistake that they've done in the Book of Boba Fett, which is leave the final villain out of the story until the very end, which I think is just a huge mistake. But as always, if you're curious, go watch the show yourself, form your own opinion just like I have my own, and I'll catch you next week. I make videos every Friday. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you did not, leave a comment and dislike the video. Do whatever you want. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.